Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. Welcome to the Mercury in retrograde reading. Mercury went into retrograde on the 23rd. I think that was yesterday when you'll be seeing this. Ooh, you have two cards. And so Mercury went into shadow on the 4th of August. Stations retrograde on the 23rd of August. Stations direct on the 15th of September and clears its shadow on the 18th of October. And so this is a period where we do all the RE stuff, right? The review, the revise, the reorganize, especially because it's in Virgo. You have a lot happening there. All right, so we're going to look at the challenge and the opportunity with this energy that you have. We're going to pull, I'm actually going to pull all the cards before I really get into the reading because I really want to understand the message. But you do have for overall energy, adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be and share. Interesting. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. So, which is really interesting. That has to do with money, I think. Ooh, sorry. I say that because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a 7 of Pentacles. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. So I think, so we're revising, we're reviewing, we're doing an inventory of things, right? We're looking at things, taking it a little bit deeper. We're going in, we're doing research. I just heard. So there's something happening there where you're not sure if it's worth the effort. You're not sure if it's worth the effort. But I think that unless you put a little bit of effort into it, pay attention to the details of it, go over it again, re-examine. They're saying re-examine it. If you will do that, then you will know what's worth your time and the energy or not, because we have the card of the Strength card that came out with the 7 of Pentacles. And so you can see that there's 7 things and like 7 flowers on this. And so when it says that the busy bee should still make time for each flower, I feel like you're leaving money on the table. I feel like there's an opportunity or something and you might be leaving money on the table. So say you have a job where you have several different accounts, and you're only focusing on the big accounts. The little accounts need your time too, because they are more likely to stay with you. People like to be appreciated. They are more likely to stay with you, and they might tell somebody else, and that could grow in another way that you don't even know, because you do have the spider web over here. And so I feel like it's a networking opportunity, and you can see how these are all connected and promotes growth. And so getting into the small details is always about this energy too. You are very busy though. I can see this, right? First off, you have this busy bee, and you also have this 8 of Wands, right? So there's a lot going on. And the Son of Pentacles. The Son of Pentacles is about slow and steady wins the race. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. So it's really Virgo energy. It's the mutable sign, it's the changeable, it's the sign of movement from one thing to another, but this is moving kind of slow. Although I love that they have a deer for the Knight of Pentacles, because I wish they would move slow when they go to run across the road in front of me. I don't so much see it go that way. It's almost like they're there and they're taking their time, and all of a sudden they bolt. And that is not usually the Knight of Pentacles energy. But when you do this, it's like when they're passionate about something, when they're excited about something. I was driving down the road and I had 2. They were playing little reindeer games. They were fighting with each other, and then one of them chased the other one across the road in front of me, and so they were running right at me, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to get hit by 2 big bucks. And I'm hitting the brakes as hard as I can because I came out of freaking nowhere, and the one got really close to my car and hard wheeled into a different direction, and the other one saw me and saw that one moving, but he was chasing that one, so he took off and he cut, and I was like, whoo. But it is that energy of like they stand and they graze and they graze and they graze, and then when they move, they move. And I almost, but when it's something that's inspiring to you, right? And so you have this card of adapt, like shifting energy, changing direction. You will get where you want to be. There's a shift and a change that needs to be made, but but I think unless you pay attention to the challenges, to pay attention to all the stuff, to figure out what it is that needs your attention, right? And so clearly you're busy, and during retrograde you're like, well, I thought that things would slow down. They're not going to slow down. Not really. Not really. Not when you have the Eight of Wands. There's like there's a lot of things that need your attention, and then there's this lightning bolt, this thing that shifts and changes the direction, right? This lightning bolt on this one wand here. Let's see what else you have. Ooh, strength card. So yes, it's going to require you're going to show up. It's got the infinity symbol. It's like constantly showing up for yourself. It kind of is like the Eight of Pentacles. So from the 7 you get to the 8, right? And this is the 8th card. And so there's this movement, right? Well, actually in here they show it as an 11. I don't ever understand that one. Okay, so it's an 8. It's an 8. Strength is about consistently showing up and doing the work and everything. And 11 is a portal. It's a gateway. It's where things are in balance. I just don't understand when they do that. So no, it's an 8. I don't care what that says. All right. So, just going with that. All right. Look. Oh, look. You have the B. Oh, you do. Right? You do. I was like, why don't you have the B? You do have the B. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, you can't read that, but it does say B. All right. The busy bee should make time for each flower. Sweet rewards await. Find the time. I don't know how. This is a reorganization of your time. It is a reprioritizing of your time. It is make time for everything, but some things may require more of your time than others. That could be how you manage this. There's this, I can graze over here, but over here I got to take off running. And it's going to take a lot of adapting to the circumstances. I feel like everything's going on, and then out of nowhere, something happens, and you're like, oh, it feels like putting out fires in a way. Oh, so sorry. So you're going to need to be very strong. And so this organizational energy is really going to come in handy for you with all of this going on. You have the pig, which says to use your mind wisely. So working smarter, not harder. You're going to have to work smarter than not harder, because you can't afford to drop anything. So Libra, I don't know if you've ever done high school debate or anything, but when you're in a debate, there's all these different points that come up, and when you're the next speaker, you have to cover every point, even if you just say, we'll present evidence on that later, because if you neglect to speak on that point, it gets dropped and it scores to the other side. That's what this feels like. Like you can't afford to drop anything. It scores to the other side. It feels like you've got to pay attention and keep everything organized, review. I almost feel like it's like a nightly thing when you sit down, or first thing in the morning. I think you should do it at night. I think you should do it at night. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't see anything in the cards here that says that. But I think that if you sit down at the end of your business day, whatever, even if you work from home, and even if your work is home, but at the end of the day, you sit down and you make yourself a list so you don't miss anything, right? About what you need to do the next day. And I would also try to prioritize it, because out of the blue, things are going to be happening. And if you have the list of what has to be accomplished, but you have it in priority, it's really easy. Then I can drop those bottom things off, and I need to make sure I get the top things done. And so you're going to be thinking on your feet a lot. You're going to be thinking on your feet a lot. That being said, communication is muddled. You may not find out things until the last moment because it got dropped somewhere along the line. and because of communication being muddled during a Mercury in retrograde, right? And so I want to pause for just a second and tell you guys something I totally forgot to tell you. Because Mercury is in retrograde, X's tend to come back. And so I am going to, we got Mars moving into your sign on the 28th. And we have Venus and Mars then between the 28th of August through the 28th of October. So the entire season of your sun sign plus they are in this energy of choice and decision making all the way along. Okay. And so I'm going to pull a card about what you can do to reboot your relationships, to raise your own frequency, because we can't change anybody else. We can only change ourselves. So where can you focus your energy on in that particular arena of your life so that you can move forward on that? So we're going to pull cards on that. All right, going back to the challenge is you have watch your words. And when I'm talking to an air sign and we have Mercury in retrograde, this becomes really important. Watching your words means don't overpromise. Try to keep your frustrations to yourself. And please don't gossip. When it's a parrot, that always looks to me like gossiping. I feel like anything you say will come back to you and bite you in the butt. That's what that feels like, particularly when it says that. So, other cards that you have here. You have the Horse King, Assistance and Control. And the Ice Queen, so a king and a queen. Ideas preserved, non-action, and a sense of entitlement. What you need will be brought to you if you ask for it. Okay? Ideas preserved. That's so when you're prioritizing and when you're looking at all the Seven of Pentacles things and giving everything some attention, some things need more of your attention now than others, but you got to keep enough ideas preserved, enough on it so that it's still growing. Maybe not at the speed that other things are, but you don't want it to wither on the vine, right? And so ideas preserved doesn't mean that you're going to put a lot of action. And so again, there's this need to create this balance. And the Horse King really says trying to do everything yourself is going to throw everything out of balance. And Libra, you understand balance, the need for balance, right? And the thing about balance is nothing is ever in balance. It's always balancing, right? Like nothing, that would be nothing static. It's going to be a movement, right? And so you're going to have to pay a little attention here and then a little attention here, a little attention here. And so it's going to be this back and forth thing just to try to maintain a steady flow of energy. We have like so much happening in your sign coming up during your sun sign season. This Mercury clears its shadow on the 18th. We have Venus moving into Virgo. So, moving into Virgo on like around the 10-10 gateway. The 10-10 gateway, you have two eclipses. One of them's in your sign. A new moon eclipse, a seed of intention that you can really plant and focus on. So right now, I think it's about sorting out and paying attention to everything along the way and knowing when to act and when you need help and when you can move into a new direction. That's the challenge. The opportunities. You have the Magician and the High Priestess. Getting in touch with your intuition and also working a little behind the scenes. It is a little stealthy, right? There's something about the nighttime. So that's a great time to connect with your higher self. It's a time to organize and prioritize using your intuition. But you have everything you need. You have the Magician there. The Magician says you have everything you need on the table and use your intuition. Both of these. Both of these. You have the leopard, and the leopard has that infinity symbol on him, right? It is the flow, taking action, the non-action. The action, the non-action. The action, the non-action. I'm going to water a little over here. I'm going to water a little over here. You know, some things need more of your time and attention than others do. And figuring that out and adapting to the changing circumstances is going to be a challenge and yet it has the potential of great rewards. Great rewards here. And so get out of your head and into your heart. Ooh, the Strength card is all about the heart. Get out of your head and into your heart. This has the infinity symbol. This has the infinity symbol. Infinite abundance lies in the area of which you are passionate about. You have an opportunity here to overcome all the self-doubt. All of the self-doubt. Because in the opportunity we have the hungry ghost, which is the scarcity consciousness. It's obsessive energy. When it's an opportunity, that means you have the opportunity to defeat this energy. And you have the Desert Prince, survival and false promises. This is where we say, you know what? I am not in survival mode. I'm in thrival mode. Because I have everything I need, and I am wise and I am intuitive and I know when to take that move. This is the opportunity, is to trust yourself and to believe in yourself. To trust yourself and to believe yourself. Because with this comes the High Lord of gratitude and service, selflessness, humility, and conscious action. This is knowing that you have enough and there's more on the way. But it's by paying attention to the detail of it, right? It's by saying, wow, I'm really good at this. I have this tool. Oh my gosh, I'm also really good at this. I'm really great at that. I think at the end of the day, when we sit down and we're taking doing that priority list for the next day, it's not, oh my God, I didn't get all this stuff done. No, it's like, okay, I got that done. Good job. I got that done. Good job. You know, I did a really good job. And I think when we don't judge ourselves harshly, when we understand that we only have so much time and there will be things thrown at you and your to-do list will never get done. And so instead, at the end of the day, view it as a to-done list. So you go over the list of things. I got that done. I got that done. I got that done. Okay, so of this stuff, what should get my attention next? Not, oh my God, I didn't get everything done. Do you see? Can you feel the difference? Because I think that really matters. Like, I had a lot thrown at me today, and I still managed to accomplish all this. So tomorrow, I really need to focus on these two things for sure, and then let's see what time allows, and hopefully I get to a couple other things on here, right? And so there's part of that. It's like, and then there's the gratitude for the opportunity, right? Like, all these things are thrown at you because you're having all these opportunities open up to you. Whether it's stuff your kids need or your significant other needs or your boss needs or things you need to do because you're trying to create something, it is an opportunity. Everything is just an opportunity. If you look at everything on your plate as an opportunity, it's just an opportunity. And some of them you will take and some of them you will pass on, but they're just opportunities. And so aren't you lucky to have so much opportunity? And when you start to look at it that way, and you start to value your own time and your own wisdom and your own knowledge and your own experience, you start counting those things as tools in your toolbox, and you start being grateful for the opportunities that got you to where you are. And so it is through counting your blessings. And not in an arrogant way. I don't know Libras that are arrogant. So I think this has less to do with that and more to do with recognizing. I don't think it's about being here. I think for you it's about recognizing how really, really great you are. And how everybody's life is really better when Libra is in it. Because Libra has the ability to show compassion and kindness, but in a way that is practical and helpful. That really helps and benefits others. There's a selflessness that comes in. There is also, though, with Libra, the challenge is not giving so much that you feel like you're out of balance, right? You can't demand that others give to you, but you can recognize that I'm giving so much that they don't think they have to step up. It's not the same. One of them helps other people to grow, and the other one creates dissatisfaction in your own life. Like you have, take the lead and make your dreams real. You have everything you need. And the spider is very intuitive. So a lot of spiders, at the end of the day, will take down their web, or they'll do their repair or whatever, so it's good to go, right? They don't go to bed until it's repaired and ready to go. And so there's some of this nighttime work, this reorganization, this assessing of the situation, this checking it out, what needs to be done next, right? So that I can be ready for tomorrow. And so this energy, and also there's a creative, intuitive energy about spiders. It really has this high priestess energy to it. And then here we have take the lead, the stag spirit. Know when it's time to move forward with speed. Know when it's time to just move forward. And know when it's time to pause for a moment. Assess the situation. I mean, is it safe to run across the road when I'm driving down in there? Right? So take the lead. You have everything you need. And you can go the distance. When I see a cheetah, what is it? A cheetah can go from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds? But if they run all out, they can't run very far, right? But they run far enough to catch the prey. And then they rest. So it's a really figuring out how to use your energy, your resources, time, money, emotional, financial, whatever, in a way that's very balanced, right? Work hard, play hard. And the stag, look at these antennas. Like he is really tuned into spirit. Really tuned in. So tune in. I love this. All right, let's take a look at relationships. See what you can do to upgrade your relationships in your life. You do this by doing the work on yourself, because when we raise our frequency, that is the radio station that we are putting out into the world, and only people who are on the same frequency can hear it, right? They can't tune in unless they're also vibrating at that level. So if you feel like you're in negative, low vibrational relationships, well, you got a lot of advice. I gotta check this to make sure that's correct. When you feel like your relationships are not that great, it's just a matter of you tweaking your own frequency to figure out how to move forward. So it's just the first two. Okay. All right. Ooh, love it. You have the divine masculine and boundaries. I'm not surprised, because they were telling me about that whole, are you putting too much energy in, and other people need to be able to give energy back. I love this. Okay, this divine masculine. This divine masculine is really encouraging you to take the lead and to create something in your life. So let's get into the book on these. But this one here, we'll cover that one first, the boundaries. Ooh, this boundaries has a tiger just like here. I love that. It also has the owl of wisdom. It looks kind of like Athena sitting there. Athena was the one that made Arachnid, the first spider. So there you go. All right. It all is full circle. There can be many gray areas in life between reasonable compromise and compromising your healthy boundaries, so each person is unique and each situation is different. The most important thing is to make your boundaries and preferences clear early on in a relationship. I feel like I missed a sentence here. Wait. Clear early on in the relationship, or your partner may feel annoyed and resentful when you bring it up months or even years down the track. In an existing relationship, it is important to communicate your feelings, needs, and preferences by owning them yourself. So you can say, I need time to myself regularly, so from now on I will go to the beach once a week on my own. This is so much more constructive than, you never want to go to the beach. It's almost impossible to drag you down there. You have ruined that pleasure for me, and I'm going to have to get it back. Yeah, watch your words, right? All right. You have drawn this card today because it is time for you to look at the way you've set your personal boundaries in the past as well as in the present. So that's what's up for review as far as relationships go for you. Take a gentle look at what these boundaries have created for you in your life so far and resolve to reset them where necessary. Ask your angels and guides to support you in communicating more lovingly and clearly from now on. And so conversations may need to be had in an existing relationship, but I think Libra, you are more likely to be able to find the right words than others. So here we go. Divine Masculine. When harnessed in a healthy way, the Divine Masculine creates a structure for the benefit of all he touches. Whether you identify as male, female, non-binary, whatever, it doesn't matter. Everybody inside of themselves have Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies. Divine Masculine allows us to take action. The Divine Feminine allows us to receive. And there is a necessary, overgiving can distort the female. Demanding too much can distort the male, but when it's in balance and harmony, then it's this nice divine energy that we have going on here. So the Divine Masculine can move mountains yet be incredibly subtle at the same time. He needs to return to the feminine forces regularly to replenish himself, which in the past was regarded as a weakness, leading to a distorted approach of attempting to dominate or control the feminine. Yet when he looks around him, he sees that the feminine is available to him in unlimited abundance and he is free. You have drawn this card today because your masculine energy needs to create or achieve something, to bring a project through to a fulfilling conclusion for all, and to let go of the idea that you are weak because you need the nurturing support of the feminine. Everybody needs to feel nurtured and supported, and everybody needs to be able to take action and do things for themselves. We are both parts of that teeter-totter. Look to the things that need to be done in your life. Look to where you are too hard on yourself or excessively independent, and give your Divine Masculine permission to work his magic through his own way. I love your reading. There's something very creative on the offering for you, and you have everything you need to do it. I just think that you're feeling a little overwhelmed. If you're waking up in the morning and you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, because I get that way sometimes in my life, then I always pause and I say to myself, I reframe it. Here's a good RE word. I reframe it. And I say, wow, I have a lot going on right now. What can I focus on first? And I try to break it into bite-sized pieces because I realize that I'm not really tired. I'm just overwhelmed. And so then I'm like, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, that means I can't get it all done today. So what do I need to do today? So I think that prioritizing things will really benefit you based on the cards that came up in your reading today. So Libra, you guys take good care of yourselves. I'm on Facebook every day. I do personal readings. Thank you so much for supporting this channel by hitting the thumbs up and leaving your comments. It really, really helps the channel. But more than that, it makes me feel like I haven't wasted my time, which I love that. So you guys take good care. I like the connection this community is building. So if you want to deepen that, come on over to Facebook. And all that information is in the description box below. But whatever is going on here, you have everything you need. You have everything you need. I think you just need the confidence to go and get it. And oh, look, there's a lion. You just need the confidence. All right, you guys take care. We'll talk to you soon.